Are you the hole digger?
One of many.
My husband.
How are you today? Very nice to meet you.
Come a little closer, squish in. So we can hear. It's a little windy, so the voice kind of carries in the wind. So welcome back, everybody. I just want to welcome you to the tree planting day. Very exciting, very beautiful day. I want to do introductions first. So if you are a resident here, if you could say your name and what you're most excited about for this garden. And if you're not a resident here, just tell us your name, because we've met each other a bunch of times. So I'll start. My name is Lydia. I'm the coordinator, and if you have any questions, you can ask me.
I'm Julie Kelly. I work for the city, Mass in Motion, and I've been involved in projects like this for the last 6 years.
I'm Marsha Picard. I work for Partners for a Healthy Community, and I work with the schools.
Eric Andrews from Mass in Motion.
I'm George Burton. I live here and I love gardening, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Sue McMahon, I live here, and I'm just happy to see trees and plants. And
Yay! Thank you.
I'm Henda Plosker. I live here. And I'm most excited about phase 2 when we get the garden.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank whoever gave us the grants for the trees and whatever, because it's a lovely thing.
Thank you. Hi guys, come on in. We're just doing introductions, so if you want to come in and you can join the circle. We're starting. We'll leave off here, and then you can introduce yourselves.
What's your name?
Oh, my name Jameen Monas. I live over here for 7-8 years.
Okay.
I
Welcome.
love the place. I love sea gardens. I love the place cleaning.
Lorraine?
My name is Lorraine Cabral. I live here. I was actually looking forward to, like she said, phase 2 for the vegetables and things if we ever have it.
Yeah,
But,
I'm working on that right now.
I'd like to
so
see planting the
I'm
fruit trees.
reallocating some funding that was going to be used for excavating to the raised beds. So we should be able to get a few, not a lot of raised beds, but we should be able to allocate a few funds to the raised beds and then have the city donate compost, I hope. They'll donate some compost for us to fill them up. So that's kind of the plan right now. So that's I would say in the next few weeks, that's going to happen as soon as I can coordinate it. Hi, thanks for joining us. What's your name?
William Primo, work for the Housing Authority.
Thanks.
It's very nice what you're doing.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks for coming.
For a healthier community, happy to help you today.
Yeah, and then let's go over, you guys can introduce yourselves.
My medicine.
Carmen Ricciardi from the Youthville Fall River Program. Christian Barrios, Youthville Fall River.
Aaron Perez with Youthville Fall River.
Thank you guys so much for being here. So I just wanted to see, has anybody ever seen a bare root fruit tree before?
Yep.
They look like this.
I have not.
I had a
So,
transplant.
yeah, so why would you use, these are actually the best quality, healthiest fruit trees that you can plant. Why would you choose something that looks like a stick, like this, over something that was in a pot? What do you think?
you can see what you're getting.
That's a pretty good thing.
Usually the pot is pot bound.
It's called pot
Root
bound.
bound, yeah.
That's exactly right. So what that means is that the roots are all scrunched together in the pot and they can't really grow out. We'll get these guys back in here. So you'll see I have them in water, so they've been soaking overnight, so they're nice and hydrated. But when you go to the nursery and you see those big tall trees in a tiny little pot, you can imagine that the root system is not really that happy. So these trees were grown in the ground in a nice soil in a nursery, and then they let their root system grow perfectly in a nice arrangement, and then they dig them up when they're still dormant, which means they're not really leafed out yet. They're still dormant. They're asleep, right? And they dig them up and they send them to you when they have this nice healthy root system. So we got you the best possible healthiest trees, and what we have for you today is this is a 3-in-1 pear tree. So that means there are 3 different types of pears on this tree. We have rescue pear, we have Bartlett pear, and we have Orcas pear. So they're all labeled. This guy is a 3-in-1 apple combo. So we have Ashmead's kernel apple, Bell Mac apple, which is like a Macintosh, and Liberty apple, which is very disease resistant. So they're all disease resistant varieties, really good trees. And then this guy is a 3-in-1 plum. It has a Victoria, Seneca, Italian, an Italian plum on there. So we have some awesome fruit trees. We also have 3 blueberry bushes right here. And then we have some small assorted like herbs and things that we're going to plant around the trees to create a nice little bonus, to have a few things that are edible and some flowers to make it look really nice. So
what we have berries again?
These are blueberry bushes, and we're going to be planting these down on the slope. So the fruit trees are going to go up in this area. The blueberries are going to go down by the slope, and then we have these other 2 bonus trees. These are bonus trees. They're called seaberry or sea buckthorn, and this is a very interesting tree. It's a soil improving tree, so it fixes nitrogen and it improves the health of the soil, and it's also a superfruit, so it's very high in, it has 10 times the vitamin C of oranges. So very high vitamin C, and it has some of the highest vitamin E in the whole world of plants. So this is a really cool tree. It's a very small tree, only about a 10-foot tall tree. It's a beautiful arching tree. It has a nice orange fruit, and it's also a little bit thorny. So I thought that because we had some concerns about people coming in to the gardens, if we planted something that was like a little bit thorny and that people would stay away from, then that might sort of deter some activities that people were concerned about. So that's something that we can either find a place for in our design today, or we can wait on it and I can take them and then we can put them in at a later point. All right, so I think we're ready to plant our first tree, and what I thought we would do would be I would show you, I would have some folks help dig, and then we would show you how to plant the first tree, and then we would divide into groups and plant all the rest of the plants in a similar way. And we can work in shifts, so after you dig the first one, we can have someone else dig the second hole. So we're going to try to dig a hole about this wide and a circle around. And I've got a tarp.
Do you want water?
So if you could actually put the soil on this tarp, that would be the best. Is it really hard? Yeah, all the grass and all the soil can go right on here. And we do have gloves if any of you would prefer to wear gloves.
I used to be able to do this, George.
Okay,
Yeah, one on the other side.
That's good, you got the sod out. So we got these nice chunks of sod we got to take out.
Okay, George. Anybody else?
I don't have them. I thought it needs to be a little deeper in the middle. It's about a few inches deeper. So then I'm going to have a volunteer hold the tree in place. So that means we look at the shovel and we see what depth we want the tree. We want it to be planted about here. So I need someone to hold this tree about there. And then I'm going to first give it some water. Put a lot of water in the hole because see how dry it is? It's like crazy dry.
Water enough to get it done.
And then, so now we're going to start filling in this native soil. So we want to put all of this, we maybe have some other volunteers start putting that together. So we're going to put about actually 2/3 of that soil back in.
I work in the city. So this is city.
So why don't I hold it and you guys? Linton has always been the first. Awesome, thank you. All right, let's stop there. Go to Linton. So this is like, we'll keep holding that. Now we want to put the tree into the native soil because we want it to be able to search out for roots. If we put a bunch of compost in the hole right now, the tree would be like, oh yay, there's compost here and I'm not going to grow anymore. But we want the tree to spread out through this really like not great soil. So then we're going to put some compost and soil amendments on about the top third. So it has access to those nutrients, but it's not getting it right against all of its roots.
And they sort of wash in when we water it.
So what I have is some lime.
We'll just call him
It's already got kind of a hole in the bag. So we're going to
Putting on a dead body.
we want to give it some lime.
How do you know that?
And then we want to give it some compost.
What does the lime do for the plant?
It has calcium in it, and the plant really needs calcium, and it also increases the acidity. Soil in New England is usually very acidic, and so you want to have something that increases it and makes it more neutral. Okay, so then we need some fruit tree fertilizer.
Cool.
Now what's in that fertilizer?
This is a natural fertilizer. It has, I can probably redo the ingredients.
Organic. Well,
Rock phosphate, potassium sulfate, and seaweed extract.
So
you give it a little,
Yeah.
nice little.
Well,
This
that's
is more
worked
complicated than I
as
thought.
far as,
Yeah,
You
you get.
just put a tree in a
Yeah,
dirt,
it's like,
that's it.
this is really how you want the tree to be
Science.
happy.
We
So
it and we do what we
let's
gotta
give it
do.
a little more water and then we'll fill in with the rest of the soil.
When I lived in Florida, I know they always used to put fish bones with it. Soil
Fish
was
meal
terrible.
is really good for the tree.
that.
So what we're gonna do now is fill in, actually I'd love to put in some of those clumps of sod right there and put them face down because we want that grass to rot and that's gonna create a microclimate for worms and things and organisms to come in face down with the grass. We want to really pack it down and get all the air out. So now if we could get some more volunteers to kind of get all this dirt back into the hole, then we'll be finished with this tree. And we'll put a little compost on top to make it. And we want to actually make a little well because when we water it, we want a place for the water to sit. So like a little bowl all around.
Lydia, which one is it?
This is the pear.
Ah.
It's going to be really nice. All right, so I will finish the compost section over here if we want maybe two new volunteers who haven't dug yet to start digging over there.
I know.
There. So I think if someone can hold the tree, and we want to turn it so it has like a nice look to it. And then we're going to try to spread the roots out a little bit so that they can get like a nice hold. So don't have them all
I
stuck
haven't
together.
said her yet. That's
Spread
what's
them.
wrong. Okay.
So everyone, right now we're going to put some lemon balm around this tree. This is a nice herb that has a nice lemon scent. If you smell it, it's
That
really
lemon
nice.
balm?
Lemon balm,
Oh,
yeah.
I love lemon.
And so it'll outcompete the grass, so there won't be any grass growing around the tree, and it will give you a nice herb that you can use for tea. So we've got these little flowers are alyssum. These attract pollinators, so bees and things for our trees. So we've got the lemon balm and the alyssum. If someone wants to put these little plants in around the tree in a circle, that would be a good thing. Good next step, and then we'll plant our last fruit tree. Is going to be over there.
I don't know. So probably then gonna watch that garden. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, just that little bit of ledge.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. That's easy. Oh, careful.
This is the beginning of your rock wall.
Yeah, you want to turn it. You want to turn it and like make sure that it looks good. Maybe this way. Like which way do you want? Because this branch is going to grow this way, and the apples are going to hang down. Or do I want this branch to grow more this way and have the apples over there? So I would say probably that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, put the soil in first and then put the sod on. The blueberries are going to go down there by the fence over there. We need the lime. We need the lime and the fertilizer. Yeah, that's pretty good. Even that amount will catch water and it'll direct it toward the root's size. We don't need a huge hole, so we're just going to dig a very small hole, pop it in, and fertilize it. We can get one person digging the swale trench like this around that hole. A layer of cardboard and then put mulch on top of it so that it kills the grass, because you don't want the grass growing around your plants, but that can be stage 2. So if we want to do this, we'll put this next blueberry in down here. Yep, so you can just dig a hole right there. It's a beautiful swale, well done. So it's perfect. If you want to fill it,
that big.
fill it back in.